Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
quality.
Yeah, maybe.
Hi, my love.
Happy sunny day to you.
Wait, I was thinking about that earlier. This is such an M-Take recording day.
It
Remember when it
is
was always this way?
always the spring without the buds yet, without the greenery, but like the sunshine, how it's defrosting your soul by the second is a classic M-Take recording day.
Classic M-Take recording day. The amount of people I saw on a walk yesterday, and I just repeated the line over and over. I guess we don't have to move to Florida after all.
So that was your line?
Yes.
That was your line that you said.
Yeah, what was yours?
My soul's defrosting by the second. I think I've said it about 35 times.
1,000.
It's so annoying.
100%. It was, yeah, I just kept doing it to the point that then, of course, my daughter started saying it because she heard me say it to 5 random people on a walk.
It's amazing, but it's so true. If you live in the Northeast, this weather has been a gift from above.
Fake spring. It always happens. We got one more in us probably, and then we will be back here.
We'll be back. We call it, there's lamb days and lion days in March.
Yeah, I always forget about that. And then
these
I think
are lamb.
remind me.
Yeah, in like days. A lion, out like a lamb.
Mm-hmm.
But some days are going to be lamb days and some days are going to be lion days. And my girl, we're leaning into the lamb days.
We must. It's the only thing we can do. Friendly reminder to anyone who does not know, something my mom taught me, advice my mom gave me, is do not plant anything until after Mother's Day.
Correct, because of the frost and the dew.
Even if you're like, oh, this has been really nice. I think fake spring's over. It'll die.
That's a good marker.
Until Mother's Day, and then afterwards you can plant.
You can think about what you want to plant and lean into the designing and the organizing and the planning, but don't implement and execute until Mother's Day.
And as we learned with my hydrangeas last year, plant in the fall for your landscaping. So even if you're sitting here saying, oh my gosh, I can't wait to like make my beautiful, like, not garden, like vegetable garden, but garden, like hydrangeas or flower garden, resist the urge because the amount, I feel like there were so many people last year that I know that planted hydrangeas and they all died because they planted them in the spring, but we planted them the summer before or the fall before. And last summer they thrived.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And when do you fertilize though? Like, aren't you supposed to fertilize soon?
Like your grass or your plants?
No, the hydrangeas.
I don't know. I'm really not good with this type of stuff. I just know like what didn't work and then how I fixed it. Like that's pretty much my life, right? Like,
and you had success, so now you know.
Yeah. I don't remember the fertilizing. I think maybe I did that. I know the pruning you do once they start to come back and you start to see some buds, then you cut off basically like any dead branch. You like cut those off, and then I believe I got certain type of seed or something, and then you like burrowed it and put it in, but I don't really remember. I just like went to the garden center, they told me what to do, and I went home and did it.
Yeah, and then it worked.
They were amazing.
I don't know
grew
if
8 times the size.
Really?
Oh my god! My goal was for the round my deck out back to look like Nantucket, and it does.
Yes, I remember that.
It does in the summer. We might have to cut them back because they might end up getting too tall.
Wow.
Yeah.
So good things keep happening to you and your hydrangeas. I'm hoping to not take that, but emulate it. I don't want to take it because then it means that you won't have any. But I'm hoping to copy paste. I don't know if I told you our hydrangea story. I mean, it'll be quick because I can't spend any more time not talking to you about Harry Styles. So this will be very fast. The house that we live in, I would always want to drive by it before we owned it because I loved the hydrangeas in front of the house. And before we moved, the woman who owned it was like, they're pruned and ready to go for you for next year. Mel, they never bloomed.
Wait.
They cut them so much.
They pruned them too much?
So be careful. Like, clearly what you did was just right, because our hydrangeas have never bloomed in the same way that we saw when we used to drive past the house.
Oh, no.
It's so sad.
Maybe they pruned them before they were supposed to, because I waited for them to come in. And to be fair, this was not intentional. I literally was just looking at them and I'm like, okay, some are blooming and some are sticks. Like, what do I do? Mm-hmm. And they're like, that's totally normal. Just go in and cut at the root, like at the main root of the plant. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not a gardener. And just cut off anything that does not have something growing, cut it off. And then it makes room for the bush to grow.
It's so sad.
So they might have done it before everything came in. That was,
Something was wrong, and I've used fertilizer. I have high hopes for this season. Okay, so I'm going to go. I think I'm inspired, though, from hearing your feedback. I'm going to go to the local garden store and get more information and trust the experts and the professionals.
Yeah, trust the experts and we'll go from there. Yeah.
We need to pivot to Harry Styles. Melissa, how are you doing? Are you, like, how's your heart still beating? You are overserved.
I'm so fed right now.
Like, the fact that he was also on SNL before, a week before, he's the host.
Not me. I will be up on the 14th. I will be up, like, waiting for it. Like, I will stay up until 1 a.m. No problem, obviously. But, for anyone that doesn't know, like, I'm a, like, for SNL, anyone that doesn't know, or it's the first time listening to the pod, I am a super SNL fan, of the small percentage of people that still are. And Harry, obviously. But Ryan Gosling, I was obviously going to watch the next day, but wasn't going to stay up for it. Ended up going to bed at midnight, unrelated, and just opened up, it was probably 12:30, opened up Instagram and saw the clips from the opening monologue and screamed in my bed. I mean, it was just the last thing I was expecting to see on my phone. Like,
but the best I was like,
did I black out and it's the 14th? Like, what? And it was the entire monologue.
Was Harry-centric.
It was Harry-centric. And honestly, carving out space for Ryan Gosling, because, like, gotta love him. The fact that was his opening, like, I know. What a champ. And he's just, I think I was saying this to you, but I swear, I think at this point, he just, like, continues to act so that he can host SNL. Because it's, I can't even count the amount of times he's hosted in the last few years.
He does a phenomenal job.
He's so good.
And that monologue, I say this to you all the time, the best way to spotlight yourself is to spotlight other people. Mm-hmm, like, that encapsulates that.
100%. 100%.
And I mean, just looking at the people around Harry, I'm like, how are you? Did they know? Like, when? I want to know everything. When was he brought in? Did they know? Like, when did people find out? So I just want to know.
So I've seen, like, slow-mo videos of, like, the camera panning to the stage after the, the normal intro. And then it's like, and your host, Ryan Gosling. And you see that, like, he's sitting there, like, you see in the front
he's like
row.
Moving a little bit. You see his like leg, he's like repositioning his body.
My guess is that they brought him out, like, during the intros, like, as they're doing it, and, like, sat him in that chair. But yeah, the people know. Like, Mike was like, what would you do? I was like, there would be a medical emergency. Like, because also it would have been the last place on earth I would have expected to see him, because he's literally going there next week. Like,
but the promo,
never in a million years
in
would
both directions, right? Because he just dropped his album, he's promoting that in the moment, and then the foreshadowing for him hosting. I mean, it's a gorgeous marketing move.
Also, I mean, when he's on, he's on. We know this. That is why we haven't seen him. That is why we've been completely, like, in a drought.
Yeah, it's so Taylor.
He literally performed his one night only in Manchester on Friday night and then was at SNL on Saturday. Like, he was on a plane that day. Which, to be fair, if you know how SNL works, like, obviously. Like, because he had to start, like, it takes a week. Like, they do a week. It's a week runway into SNL. So, actually, if you take a step back, you're like, I'm surprised more there isn't more cameos like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, that's not the host this week. That's the host next week. Like they're there to do a job and to promote something. And like, I'm not going to do it for one more day than I need to.
Yeah. Which is why this was so exciting too.
100%. And he's there, he's in New York. He's with his girlfriend.
Which we need to talk about. He's dating Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, like for a while now.
What? How did I not know this?
Yeah, they don't keep a low profile. I think it started around last summer. Or like, I think it was around last summer we started first seeing them.
So she's good friends with Taylor, though.
I know. This was, I think it's like water under the bridge. Wouldn't it be wild if we saw Zoe, Travis, Taylor, and Harry getting dinner in New York?
Don't even tempt me with a good time in my brain like that. I
think the world would like erupt.
Like, well, the story of that there was a like large snake in Taylor's house.
Oh no, they're very good friends.
Because she was living there. Yes. Zoe was living
with
there.
Her mother.
With her mom. I'm like, wait. And then you're dating Harry Styles. There has to be, I don't know. And there's also like a ton of through lines in his album related to Taylor, melody-wise, lyrically-wise.
I know. So here's...
Yeah, talk to me. What are your thoughts? Like, download your heart.
Real talk. I think like my brain goes to two places. Real logical brain is like they dated when they were babies a really long time ago, and it was a publicity relationship. Like I really don't think there was like, do I think they actually like dated a little bit? Sure, but it was like they were set up, and like it wasn't.
By whom though? Who were they set up by? Why don't I know this for?
Are you asking a rhetorical question or
no? I really don't remember.
By their agents.
You think?
Yes. Have you seen their New Year's Eve kiss? It's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is probably half the reason why he's had rumors about his sexuality.
I don't know. I think I need to deep dive a little bit more.
I'm not gonna doubt your spidey sense on this because to be fair, like you were there in real time. I
was there in 2014.
You were there in real time.
2013 to 14. This was more than a publicity stunt.
There's a lot of relationships that get set up by their publicists and then like there ends up being a spark. Absolutely. I am under no I think I would testify in court that like it wasn't like they met each other at a friend's house and then like a spark was ignited.
I don't know. What came first? I need to know more of the derivation.
So that being said, I do think that, based on what we know of Taylor's lyrics and Taylor's music and how she does use this in a very real way to process things that have happened to her, I do think she had feelings for him. And I do think that he thought it was a pretty casual relationship. And like, I'm like a pop star, rock star. And, if you're looking for, hotel rooms and late nights and what are the lyrics for Perfect, then like, I'm perfect for you. But like, girlfriend, write your breakup songs about me. But, this is what I'm here for. So anyway, that being said, back to it. Even if it was real at the time, this was so long ago.
It was. Yep.
I feel that I would love to know if like Zoe went to her friend and was like, hey, are you okay with this? But I kind of feel like we're all adults here and that probably wasn't even a conversation because it was probably just like a girlfriend. Like that was like
so much time has passed. Yeah, exactly.
Like even real relationships, like 8 albums ago of boyfriends.
Right, exactly. Right. And I think if there are more through lines than maybe you think, or I think a lot of the Swifties just like to kind of think about it because it's exciting, but it takes the emphasis off of Harry, which like, that's the whole point of this.
Yeah. But I do think there's a lot of through lines. We do know that. So this album in particular, obviously, like people are really drawing the connections.
Yeah.
But then it's hard because it's like, but I truly don't believe that Harry's sitting in Berlin, like writing breakup songs about Taylor Swift. Like, I just don't. I'm like, that doesn't compute for me. Yeah. However, if you watch some of the media that he's done and some of the interviews, there are things that I'm like, oh, but in a real way, that could have been him reflecting upon a time. So there was this one part of his interview with Zane Lowe, which if you haven't watched,
I saw a clip.
Those are my favorite interviews that he does. He's just seems to be like his most authentic self, in my opinion, from what I know of him. And he talks about how they're like he's referring to Aperture and like where that came from, but he's really talking about like his experience in finding himself and finding his self-worth unattached from like all of what was Love on Tour and his career and like what he really did to work on himself during this break. And he said something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing, but you have to, like, there were certain things that he thought like he handled the right way, or I wasn't in the wrong for this. But then upon reflection and as he gets older, he's like, maybe I didn't really handle that the best way. And he literally says that in this interview, right? And you have no idea what he could be talking about.
It could be everything under the sun for him.
Could be everything under the sun. And then you listen to American Girls and you're like, what's the line? It's her sweet eyes, your temptations, don't deny her frustrations.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And he does say that American Girls are about all of his friends. The song is supposed to be about all of his friends that are getting married and he's still single. Like, that's what the song is about. And maybe that is what the song is about. And also, there are certain things about it, like seeing them in stages all over the world. Like, you're like,
how could there not be a sense of like deep reflection when you can see the like insane success of an ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
And he was very vulnerable in that interview of like the loneliness that he did experience, right, while on tour and reflecting around that while you're also seeing this $1 billion grossing tour that your ex-girlfriend is doing.
But here's the thing, okay? Now I'm going to like double back on what I said though. Like, I have people that like I dated in my life as long ago as he dated Taylor, and I wouldn't even call that person an ex.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Ago. So like, do you think he actually looks at Taylor Swift and is like, that is my ex-girlfriend? I think he looks at Taylor Swift and says, that is Taylor Swift.
I think he says, that's my ex-girlfriend and it is Taylor Swift.
Really? Okay.
I do. I think that.
But he had such deep loves after her.
100%.
Real, but like maybe it's like a baby, like that was my like high school girlfriend.
Your brain is fully starting to form at that time. So like these are still formative years. And I think like he, in his reflective era, he's thinking about like mistakes that he has made or learnings, like paint by the numbers. I mean, come on. Like that's the whole thing. So I think that maybe, and this is also like the reason of like Taylor's songs, sometimes you catch onto a lyric or you bite onto a lyric that really resonates in a certain phase and stage of your life. And I think that is indicative of this album for Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like at the end of the day, what his interpretation, like, we'll never know exactly what his interpretation is. Because even what he's saying in these interviews, I think there's truth. I don't think he's lying about it. Like, he's also never really, he'll either just like leave it. Like, he'll just be like, I'm not going to talk about what that's about. Or he'll say, I don't think he's going to fabricate the meaning of something. But like, it could be layered.
Yeah, of course. And the interesting part about this, and I can't wait to watch this all unfold with you, they'll both be up for the Grammys at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Because Life of a Showgirl didn't hit the, it wasn't included in this year's Grammys. It
wasn't, yeah.
So it'll be very interesting.
When he won Album of the Year, they both were up, weren't they? Because she was there.
She was there, but I think that was back when she still...
That was like Midnights or something, right?
She won Album of the Year for Midnights.
Oh, she did. So that was the next year then. Okay.
Yeah, because she was in her that blue outfit, like that picture where they're next to each other. Mm-hmm. But I do think that was also when, or like a couple Grammys prior, she would still attend even if she wasn't up for anything, and now she doesn't really do that. Same with Harry, I feel like. Like it's not like he's there. Because I remember
that was when they like saw each other at the table. Like there was clips of them talking, and then also she was like standing and dancing for him when he had that like terrible malfunction during. Oh my god, that Grammy! I can't even think about it. I know, terrible. So bad.
But they'll revive. They'll have. I'm so excited.
Wow,
I can't wait. Anyway,
I know.
There's so much content to come out.
There's so much, and like again, just so well fed. There's just so much media right now, and I just can't wait to see how this is all going to evolve and what it means for his tour. And I think
I might have talked, right?
I'm going twice at least. I might go a third. I might go a third time. I might go. I kind of really want to bring my daughter.
Oh my!
And I'm not going with her for either of the other ones. So, I'm going to see how it is as it gets closer. We'll have views on like what the performance is like. If it's super stroby and not, which it might be. I might not bring her.
It might be a little disco-y.
And it's very well. It's not. It's more housey, not the album, but like the performance of it all, like the One Night Only at Manchester, which to be fair is not indicative of the tour. Right, when he's done that in the past. It just goes through the album, and then there's some encore songs, but like that is not what the tour will be. Like that's not how it usually goes. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we'll see over the summer once the tour happens, where we're looking, and then I'll see like what prices are like at resale and make my decision. But yes, I'm going twice, and I'm just so excited to see how the album evolves, because like the first time that I get to do this in real time as a Harry.
Unbelievable. I'm so happy for you.
I became a fan after, like a real hardcore fan during Love on Tour after his release of Harry's House. So, like I was a fan prior, but like became a super fan after that. So,
oh my God. When they were singing Sign of the Times in the SNL, that song is so good.
I get like lose my breath a little bit when someone like says the title. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so
that
good.
Is the first song that ever made me really be like,
oh, shit, you can on sing. SNL.
I remember being in my Boston apartment and watching him perform that on SNL. And I was like, oh, like boy band, sir, like you can really sing.
I need to go back and watch that performance.
It's really good.
I don't remember it.
It's just aged so well over time. Like just his rendition of it. But I think I mentioned
his voice during Night Changes.
His voice during fucking everything. I know. All like, of it.
There's some 1D songs where you're like, yes, Harry.
And that brings me to actually so I think I might have mentioned this when Aperture came out, but I made a note in my phone where I like note after I listen to something for the first time of Harry, because I know it ages and it changes just like Taylor, right? Like what was your favorite song, but then maybe a music video, you were talking about this with Opalite, like a music video comes out and then it evolves in that way, and or you learn certain meanings, or the tour starts and then there's certain like tour renditions of things. Satellite is a perfect example of that from Harry's House, because it's one thing on the album, but then when you pick, you know what like Satellite means during the performance, it's completely different. It just brings a whole new energy to it.
You meet new versions of it with each experience.
Yes. So I really wanted with this album to really like jot down what my initial interpretations were, so before they got like tarnished, not tarnished, but before they evolved into
so cute. That's so cute of you.
And I just had so much fun doing it. I really felt like I was like working on a project that no one asked me to do.
Yourself.
But you asked. Exactly to that point about like the tour and like I'm just so, it's not just like, okay, now the album's come out and I'm like listening to it on a repeat, but it's like this like blues of like the anticipation. Like it's just going to continue.
It grows.
We're continue to be fed, and then the tour is going to start. And I'm just like, oh my God, I am just so, I couldn't be happier.
You're at like mile 2 right now, and the road ahead, you're just gonna keep getting saturated in the best way possible.
And speaking of mile 2, Miss, this is a running album.
I
Period.
know. And in thinking and learning more about his running journey, and also like just all of the above, I'm really becoming more and more of a fan.
Yeah, I am so excited. It's like the entire cadence of the album. And you said this about listening back to Evermore Folklore album. There's a real intentional move for these artists to place songs on the album in a certain way.
Yeah.
And it literally listens as a running playlist. The way that the cadence goes up and it builds and it comes down and then it builds back up again, it is. And now I'm like, oh, so this is why you did Runner's World. Like, this is why that was like your publication to promote this. Like, I just feel awesome. So in sync.
The feeling that you have is an unmatched feeling with an artist that you don't know personally, but you feel like you do. And it's 100%. Just like, how dare we not know each other on the same level that I think I know you? It's actually rude.
Isn't it so bizarre to think that the love and admiration and respect that you have for Taylor Swift, like, and she doesn't know who you are?
It's so rude that she doesn't know me.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how? Like, the amount of, especially right now, like, the amount of times, like, I think about Harry Styles during the day.
You just want to text him and be like, hey, so here are my thoughts.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I'm listening back to this right now. Which there was someone who saw him, like, he's in New York, obviously, right now. Did you see the clip? Someone saw him walking on, like,
on the bridge. Yeah, I think I shared it with you.
Showed it, like, they showed him their phone that they were listening, and he, like, fist pumped and, like, gave him a hug.
I can't. So humanizing and amazing. So and now Melissa's just going to be walking bridges in Manhattan for the next week.
Listen, keep your head on a swivel, New Yorkers. This is real, like, data collection standpoint, though. Like, I need to, like, really be paying attention to, like, where he's spotted and, like, where he is. I sound like a stalker now. Because, like, these are the places that, like, we know the restaurants that Taylor Swift loves, right? Like,
yes.
I just want to have, like, an idea of, like, where he's, like, he's dining and, like, getting his coffees.
Melissa, I just got a beyond brilliant idea.
Let's hear it.
If we can swing this, okay, in the next week, because I think probably by Sunday or Monday, he's going to be out of the city. We should, this is such a lofty idea, but I'm going to say it.
Camp outside Rock Center and see if we get a glimpse of him coming in and out.
Maybe that. Not where I was going, but maybe that. Ryan has a solid chance of doing that because he works there. But we should run to his album in Central Park.
Okay.
Because I feel like he runs a lot. He's probably though, like, so busy with SNL stuff.
It feels like a good time to start at the lower part of the park, though.
Right. And maybe just, like, loop around the east side in particular, because that's a good entry point to, like, Rock Center, 51st Street area. And then, like, we'd have the experience of running to his album. And
seeing him.
And maybe seeing him.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's sink for a second.
When is it supposed to get cold again?
Okay, so by the time people are listening to this, it will be Lion Days. These will be Lion Days.
Yeah.
We are in the Lamb Days. But, like, if we could do this on Thursday.
It's going to rain. Wait. But that's just where I live. Maybe New York's different. New York is different on Friday. Wait, okay. Did you say Thursday or Friday?
I said Thursday, but maybe Friday too.
Thursday it's supposed to rain. Friday it's not. But that's when it's cold. Can you do tomorrow?
I don't think I can do tomorrow.
We can just do Thursday and just hope for the best.
We can do Thursday and hope for the best.
Let's stay tight.
Let's stay close. Let's stay
tight on this.
Very lukewarm about this idea. Because, like, first of all, I think it's great content and a joy ticket for us to just go run in Central Park to Harry's.
It's a write-off.
Correct. It is a write-off in many ways. Taxes. Okay. Yeah. We still have
an email
weeks. Yeah, a couple weeks. let's just remain lukewarm. Okay? Okay.
I'm ready. You say when, I'll be there. I haven't ran in 24 months, but
I haven't run in a few months.
That's okay. Like, we'll run, we'll walk, we'll run, we'll walk. We'll go with the cadence of the album. The point is head on a swivel.
Right. Like, our mission is to find, and we can still lurk around Radio City Park, Rock Center.
Girls got to eat.
Correct. Everyone's got to eat.
Okay. Let's let this marinate.
Let's let this simmer. Let's let this simmer. But anyway.
Okay,
this was great.
Yeah.
Taking on Harry Styles episode.
Taking on Harry Styles.
76. But what did we really come here today for?
We're taking on, what did we want? We're taking on the unexpected hard parts today.
Sounds dirty, Mel.
AKA taking on Harry Styles.
The unexpected hard parts is the fact that Mel hasn't met him yet. Haven't met you yet.
Oh my God.
Okay. But I mean, we knew we were going to spend half of our time today talking about Harry.
I just have so much to say still, but I got to cut it off.
It could be taking on Harry Styles.
No, that's not fair. That actually is a good segue for me to talk about something that's not the topic, but not about Harry Styles, but it's about the pod.
Right. And still like all time consuming and mind consuming too.
Yes. So, hey, I realized listening back on the pod that I have yucked both of your Joy tickets the past 2 episodes.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I owe you an apology. No, literally, the past 2, I'm like, oh my God, just let her have a fucking Joy ticket.
I don't accept. Do you want to hear my Joy ticket
I'll be better
this
about
week?
That.
You're going to yuck it?
No, okay, go ahead.
Or should we save that for the end?
Save it for the end. But it was important to me that it was mentioned because I was like, God, like just because it's not your Joy ticket doesn't mean it can't be hers.
Listen, I always appreciate a good look in the mirror moment, but like I'm not going to accept this apology. I don't think it was a yuck your yum moment. I think you were just like being funny and being you. And like it is SOS if my head is in a bowl of ice water.
I just know how like you like to be warm. So I'm just concerned.
It comes from an empathic perspective.
Correct.
Let's just be honest.
Platonic intimacy.
I have my scroll with me.
What? Is that your Joy? Oh, no, we're saving it.
Yeah, we're saving it.
Okay.
But it is a Joy ticket right now. And I have my incredible iced coffee that I got today.
Where is that from?
This cute place called Bergen Roasters.
Oh, cute.
It's so cute. And they make a dream cloud for your iced coffee. And it's really delicious. Anyway.
How dreamy.
Very dreamy. It's homemade vanilla syrup with cinnamon too.
Ooh, yum.
It was a Joy ticket.
There you go.
Okay, so taking on the unexpected hard parts. Kind of like, remember when we had Caitlin Niles on and she always asks on her podcast, like, what didn't you sign up for? This is kind of a take on that of like, what didn't you sign up for or what did you sign up for? Because or you heard people talk about it, but it's just like, we can't scream it loud enough because it's just like hard and maybe people just don't talk about it enough.
Exactly. Yeah, enough. I think enough is the good, because I feel like I get a little like when people say no one ever talked about it. It's like, I'm pretty sure everyone talks about that, but you just weren't listening.
And we have an episode on that.
Yeah.
I controlled my urge to 100%. Be like, episode 72.
Yep. Go back and listen.
Put in your queue.
And like, listen, I didn't listen either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of these things we talk about are not unique experiences. They're not brand new revelations. And it's important to talk about because I just don't think it holds the same weight until you go through it. And it can it's the relatability of it all and knowing that, oh, okay, so this is hard for someone else. Good, great. I haven't heard that recently.
My visual is always like my windshield is ahead and the rear views exist. How many times have I said that, right? But the writing on the rear views, like objects appear close, whatever that is, when the object is far away, it's a non-issue, but as it gets closer and it becomes more invasive and challenging in your day-to-day, that's when it becomes an extra hoop to jump through.
That's exactly right.
So is there something top of mind for you?
Yes, I had a few of them. The first one that comes is, not to sound like what is it? Evolving CD?
Oh, yes, an
Broken
evolving
record.
CD, broken record. But I think that's just like the key to life sometimes. Like things are going to keep coming up or
100%.
you're going to repeat yourself a
Yes. Particularly me.
Everybody.
One that came top of mind for me, I have two, but the first one's, we'll start, is the snapping moments.
Yeah. The snapping turtle moments.
Yes. And I feel like when you do the work or you think you're not going to be a certain way or it's not that big of a deal, it's just so layered when we reach that point, what breaks you. And even on the best days with the best intentions, it's just sometimes you snap and sometimes you break.
Really?
And that is a very unexpected hard part that I've been dealing with more recently, of just like, wow, like we live our lives in a way of like, okay, that didn't work. We're going to pivot. We're going to put a new system into place or a new strategy, a new coping mechanism, and then all will be good. But realizing in this phase of life, even with your best foot forward and no matter how hard you're trying, things might still keep happening because it's a lot. You're on system overload 24/7
all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like motherhood, when you're living it, is just the constant act of bridging what you thought it was going to be like before you became a mom and now what it is. And like figuring out what that middle path looks like. And it's just like, it could be a constant battle, honestly.
Yeah.
So you're like, wait, I thought I wasn't going to snap.
Yeah.
And then you do because you're human. And then you're like picking up the pieces with all of the emotional baggage that comes around all of that to get to the next moment where you continuously learn what's on that bridge too.
And the bridge of not only what you knew, what you thought, and then what the reality is, but also the everyday of, oh, I feel like I'm doing a really good job right now, to the bridge of like, I did not handle that the way I wish I had.
Knowing those thoughts can exist within the same minute. That's
literally
the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the set shifting, these micro-dosed set shift moments of the good and the bad being so close together and everything is condensed. And then you're just like, what the fuck just happened? It's been 2 minutes and I was an amazing mom and then I snapped.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so hard. I actually have an anecdote.
Yeah, go.
I don't want to steal your spotlight.
No,
if you wanted to share.
Absolutely not. Go. It's just a jumping board. A springboard, if you will.
It's such a good place to start because conceptually, right? It's like what you thought and what is. And giving yourself grace isn't always the easiest. So yesterday, it was like a gorgeous, gorgeous day here in New Jersey. The boys were so excited to be outside. I was so excited to be outside. We spent a lot of time at the park and then we got back home and I was cooking dinner. I was grilling some chicken and the boys had no shoes on. They had their socks on. The grass is still like wet because all of the snow just melted. Mm-hmm. They couldn't be more happy. I just need to like name that. So that's also an unexpected part when like you see this joy emulating off of these little bodies. And some moments, like I know I'm the problem. I know if I'm feeling easy breezy, I'm like, yes, I'm feeling that joy too. And I know if I'm not feeling that, I'm only focusing on the things that are bothering me and like pissing me off. Right?
And yeah, twin flame. Yep.
Yeah, right. So like they have their wet, muddy, dirty socks. The door from the backyard is open. It leads right into our kitchen where I'm going in and out trying to cook. And their like wet socks are like flapping on the floor and they take like these muddy, dirty buckets that have been outside since November that nobody put back in the bin. So they're like bringing them to the sink with gorgeous big smiles on their faces, like filling up the sinks. And I'm like, that is so dirty. No, like that has to be outside. And my oldest son is like, we're making lemonade and iced tea. Will you come and buy it? And then my 3-year-old comes into the kitchen drawer with all of their clean silverware and plateware and grabs the cups that are used for milk and water and brings them outside.
No.
And he's like,
you've lasted longer than I would have. You've lasted at this point.
And I just like clocked it. And I was like, okay, like, I don't want the house to go up in flames. Like, chicken needs to be flipped. The timer's going off. I'm overstimulated. And then, like, I flip the chicken. I look over to them. They take the bubble solution of the bubbles that I just bought them, pour it in, and I go over and they have these cups of iced tea filled with mud and bubbles and water with their wet, muddy socks. And they have the biggest amount. No, outside.
Okay, they're back outside.
Yeah, we're back outside at this point. But still, they've gone in and out. And they're like, do you want to buy some lemonade and iced tea? And in that moment, I leaned in. I did. Yep. But I knew that it was building inside of me. Like, she's not as breezy as she's pretending to be right now. That was mistake number one. Because I was faking it. But I was faking it for them.
I'll let you finish, but like, tell me. But I just want to pin this. Like, was it a mistake? Like, tell me. Like, keep talking. But like,
yeah.
My gut is to like pause and be like, was it a mistake or like, okay.
So no, like, this is intentional.
Yeah.
That what they're doing, like, yay. Oh my God, sure, I'll buy some iced tea. Don't drink it. But yeah, sure, we're pretending. Okay. Then I get the chicken out. I get the salad ready. Dinner is ready to be served. Other things that have to happen, right? We're talking 2 more minutes until dinner. Their socks need to come off. They need to wash their hands. They're covered in mud. Okay. In my head, I'm saying these things need to happen. In their minds, they come inside, strip down their clothes. In a 30-second time period, my 3-year-old goes over to the clean laundry bin that is next to the downstairs basement door for me to go and get the clean clothes that I have to go get because that's another task. He pees in it. So there's so much pee.
And it's like perforated, like it has holes, I'm sure. So it's not like it's not a vessel that's like, this wasn't the plan, but I'm going to pour it out in the toilet.
The amount of pee that came up and then came out the side. No. Okay. So there's mud by the door. Now there's pee everywhere. And also, like, what the fuck? And then my oldest son went into the snack drawer and just started to open up a bag of chips. And I'm like, dinner is about to be served. And I just lost it on both of them.
Yep.
Because like it was building. I just spent 40 minutes making us dinner. It's time to sit. They don't know that, right? Like yada, yada, yada. But I broke and I snapped and everybody cried. Like, it was a good lesson and we repaired and we did all of the things, but like that condensed pressure cooker time of just like, we're all not aligned in our to-do list right now. And it just, it erupted.
Talk to me about the repair.
Okay, so the repair, my oldest son was hysterical. He gets very overwhelmed when I get mad. I think I was talking about this a couple of times ago. So he was like hysterically broken and I just like quickly was like, I got frustrated. I apologize for yelling. What has been on my responsibility landscape for the past 40 minutes is cooking everybody dinner. So seeing you open up the snack bin when you know we don't have snacks at this time makes me feel really, really frustrated. I just tried to stay as calm as possible. And that like anchored him. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation. We can do our best to repair. And like, let's move on. Let's go wash our hands and let's get ready for dinner because we're all going to sit down. And I feel like narrating it in like as calm of a voice as I can is always helpful. And then, you know, we just kind of moved on to the next moment. And then with my little one, I don't even know what I did. I blacked out. Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, because was he phased?
I just remembered. He is while I'm repairing with my oldest son on the stairs, because like he started breaking down and went right to the stairs, like in a little huddle. My 3-year-old who just peed in the laundry basket put on a fire hat and was running back and forth, probably stepping in the pee.
A problem for later.
In my head now, I'm like, did I clean that up?
What I was picturing you about to say when you said he was on the stairs is that your younger one was like on the top of the stairs, like throwing things down.
That could have happened
Boom,
too. That totally could have happened too. Yeah, could have happened. Didn't this time.
Same energy.
And now the laundry basket covered in pee, filled with pee, is still filled with pee outside because I couldn't deal with it.
Nope.
I put it outside in the backyard. I'm like, nope.
I'll figure it out a different time. Listen, this anecdote is so incredibly relatable. Thank you for sharing because it humanizes you, specifically for myself, for our listeners. And like you know all the right things to say. You know all the right things to do. You know that they're 3 and 5 and you are 36. Correct. And those things are still all so real.
Human people.
After hearing the entire thing, I still don't agree with the fact that it was a mistake, you leaning in, because I think it was an intentional move where we are trying. I sent you something on Instagram the other day that we're going to end up sharing with our takes we're taking, but it's this like millennial moms are delusional because it's meant to be ironic, but we're delusional because we spend so much time trying to be the best, most effective parents we can be. And then on the flip side, are so hard on ourselves about not being the best possible parents we can be. And just the fact that we're trying to be those people is the best we could be doing, right? But we're human and we're going to fail and we're going to fail forward and we're going to repair and try the thing. And then we're just trying so damn hard. So in that moment, what you're calling a mistake was you trying to be like, okay, take a deep breath. They are 3 and 5. They are just trying to enjoy the weather. So go outside, pretend to like your bubble drink and come back in and turn the timer off. Like you were trying so hard and you can't fault yourself for that. And then like you broke because you know what? It's a fucking lot. It's a fucking lot. It's overstimulating. You're exhausted. I so relate to the idea of like, and thank you, have been really great about punting this back to me recently and like recognizing my growth before I have in that like I'm really trying hard to like chunk things together and know the kids need to be picked up at this time. So we're going to cook dinner now and we're going to do this. And while it usually 70% of the time elicits a really great result when you can just prepare. It's not a perfect system as we talked about. Yeah. And you can do all this like mental preparation and then for it to not go to plan is more exhausting than not preparing fucking at all.
Totally.
And it's like, am I the fucking idiot? Am I the problem? Should I have not spent 40 minutes cooking dinner? Like, should I have just been doing cartwheels in the backyard and ordering pizza? Because maybe none of this would happen. But it's like, you know what? That's not fucking reality.
Yeah, you can't accommodate to every moment like that. That is not real. That is not real.
And it won't serve them either.
No, it won't. And I'm very, very, very mindful about that. And I appreciate you saying all of that and knowing like the routine is going to look different and they need to adapt to that too, just as much as we're adapting to that. And like, I guess this is another like hard things that were expected, but also unexpected is just people tell you you're needed all the time. But right now with the young kids, you are needed all the time. And you can't be there to do all the things, every little request. Hearing mom and mama is like the most amazing thing to hear. And it can fucking break me too.
True truths, no motherfucking lies.
Like, especially chaos o'clocking everything that you've planned out that maybe isn't going to what you had initially thought. Mm-hmm. You're just like systems shutting down.
Yep. And it's not if you, again, the unexpected hard parts, if your 25-year-old self was watching what just happened yesterday, I think what we would have been focusing on as a 25-year-old is like, okay, it's a mess, but you can always clean up the mess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what, it's mud. Or like, oh, or maybe it's the other side, like, oh my God, I can't believe like the amount of dirt, like blah, blah, blah. But like the unexpected hard part about all of that is it's not the mess. It's that like, I have to then clean that up.
This is a job for me.
It's a job for me. And I'm just working on getting this job done right now. I can't focus on that job. But now, like, the wheels are falling off the cart. And it's that constant inner monologue of like, I will deal with that later. I will deal with that later. I will deal with that later. And then you get to a point of, okay, let them do the thing because I can't deal with that now. And I can't deal with that now. I can't deal with that now. And now there's urine pouring out of the laundry basket and you're about to eat a snack. Fucking no. I'm making dinner. It is not snack time.
Exactly. No. Exactly. Thank you for validating that. It's like hearing it back, it rationalizes moments like that. Like, duh, that is why you broke. That is why you snap, because nothing is being acknowledged for the work and the constant fire ninja-ing, putting it out or starting, like all of the above, everything that you're doing isn't being seen in that moment. And it's not that it should be. It's just like, come on, guys, come on.
Well, also this is like another unexpected hard part that relates to that. Platonic intimacy. I'm aware, I think, of your family's like schedule throughout the week. And it was a Monday night, which means your husband was likely home upstairs working.
Yes.
And an unexpected hard part that I've found recently is in that moment, I believe that the breaking probably would have been less if Dad wasn't home.
Correct. Because if I was alone. If
you were alone. Because, and this is not a shit on Dad situation. No, they're upstairs working. They got to do their calls. They got to do their thing.
Yes.
But there is something about another body being somewhere in the vicinity that could potentially be helping.
100%.
And navigating all of that.
100%.
And not helping.
Yes.
And it is like
unexpected hard part.
I don't need to be doing this right now. Like, there could be someone that could swat that chip bag out of their hand. There could be someone grabbing that toddler and bringing them to the toilet. And again, this is not a shit on Ryan thing. Like, he was busy. But there is an unexpected hard part of an unhelpful or unavailable. Let's not say unhelpful. An unavailable body.
Family member. Yeah.
An unavailable family member or body in the house when you need them to be available.
And listen, empathy moment for him. He's on a call and he's hearing World War III downstairs and not able to come and be a helpful family member. I completely empathize with that. And if I was alone, I know I would have handled it so differently. And I think that's also an unexpected hard part because then I can reflect back to the moments where I did handle it better. Or even a time where maybe I handled it better and he was home. But you can quickly go to like, why is this bothering me? Why did I act like this? And like, you show up differently to every moment. Time of the month, time of the day, like
moon
a full
cycles.
Moon. Exactly. Like there's so many different external and internal factors that change the way you show up. And it can be so easy to get into this spiral around like, why? Why was that moment hard, but then that moment wasn't hard or as hard? Or maybe it was as hard, but it always comes back to like the way I show up to it. And that's hard. That is hard. An unexpected hard part to accept and digest.
Yeah, totally. And I've said this, you're spot on with the transition from 1 to 2 is I never fully understood when you would say like sometimes getting through chaos o'clock and getting through that period of the day is somewhat easier when it's just us, because I just think the expectations around what the kind of support that you're going to have and what it's going to look like is very different. And it's not to say that they are unhelpful when they're there. It's just your expectations of how things are going to run with 1 versus 2 people or available eligible family members is just different. And when you know you're going into it like, all right, we're going to be breaking out all the tips and tricks tonight because I'm solo for the next 3 days, you show up differently. You truly do. Also, you wouldn't have probably been cooking the same dinner if it was a solo night. You would have just been like, I just got to get the kids fed right now.
Yep.
And, you know, and there's something about that invisible, well, it's actually a real timer when you're cooking, but like the invisible and real timer of like dinner on the table at 5:15. And it's like, I just want my chicken to be hot when it goes in my mouth. Yeah, and I deserve that. I deserve, after swatting away a million invisible fires over the last 7 hours, to like have one piece of hot chicken.
Totally. But you help punt that back to me. And like the artificial timeline, I think there's a balance between the two of us where it's like you want to have some timeline, but you don't want to be completely toxically married to it, where it impacts the way you show up.
Yeah.
And it impacts the energy that you are actively choosing to bring to a situation. And that can be very hard because then the people around you, the littles or the older people, are going to inherit that. And it's like you set the tone there. So we try, like when I replay it in my head, like I see myself literally running. Why am I running? Where am I going? Why are we running? And then it's like we're sitting down and Ryan and I are scarfing down our food, to your point, so the chicken is hot. But it's like, even if they get up and leave from the table, let them get up and leave from the table. That's a battle I'm not going to choose to engage in. And those are unexpected parts of motherhood that you might have said, I'm going to make sure that my kid is sitting at the table. I'm going to make sure that my kid doesn't get up. I'm going to make sure that my kid doesn't drink from my water bottle because that's mine. Girl, nothing is yours.
Nothing is mine.
Unexpected hard parts. Your kitchen drawers, they don't belong to you. Your water bottle, your spindrift,
your diamond rings.
And we can set a boundary.
Yeah.
We can. But the unexpected hard part is you can't fight every single battle that comes across your windshield. And
you can't. It's not this like overarching either, like, all right, these are the things I let go, and these are the things that I will not tolerate. Yeah. That changes literally every day. Okay, let me back that up. There's certain things that need to remain consistent for your kid, right? Like you don't want your kids growing up not understanding where the firm boundaries are, right? So there are certain things, of course, that like, no, we don't negotiate on this. This is how things roll. But it's the everyday ins and outs of everything else of just like right now, that is not about all I'm picking, but you know, in 20 minutes when dinner's ready, it is like
exactly.
It's
always comes back to the time. Right, exactly. Verbalize it, and like, is it the right time?
And I think what you did in that repair is a good example of that too, in that sometimes I feel when I say it out loud what happened and why, I also validate my own experience in that moment. Totally. So it's like, was I being like, was that crazy? Like, maybe I shouldn't have, like, I engaged with the play 10 minutes earlier, and then all of a sudden I'm upset. But it's like, no, but that's not why we broke. It wasn't because of the bubbles. It was because it was dinner time, and we weren't showing up for dinner. Yeah.
Right. The narrating of it is so regulating.
That's a hard part. Thank you for that. That's
hard parts. I loved this. This was so fun.
This was really fun.
I actually think this is a great question box that we could put out to people.
Yeah, we want to hear what your guys' unexpected hard parts are. We really only got, I'm sorry, Harry took up too much time. We took too much time to land the plane, but
we could talk about this for, like, I have so many more.
I have so many more. Do you have any quick ones we don't have to elaborate on? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a quick one. Okay. The concept of talking to other adults.
While your kids are around?
While your kids are around.
Just this is because, like, sometimes
struggle. Interpersonal challenges. That is so freaking funny. No, more like while your kids are around. It's just the concept. I remember you said, like, I just want to come to your basement and start 50 conversations that will never finish. And like, we expect that And it's still so, so, so hard. Like, we were at the park yesterday, just went to chit chat with the moms. Nope. You're with your partner, you're with your husband, you want to talk about something. Nope. Like, you barely have any time to connect with your partner sometimes. You have to work really hard at that. You're like 2 ships passing in the night.
100%. Even especially on the nights where dinner time is with the family, and then by the time bedtime's over, I literally last night I was sitting on the couch getting our podcast up, and
thank you.
My pleasure. And my husband sat at the table with his laptop, like, and I was like, "Oh, you don't want to come sit with me?" And he's like, "Well, the dogs." I was like, honestly, like, I was just kidding. Like, you can stay over there. Like, it's just like, I'm not going to talk right now. You're not going to talk. Like, let's just like be in our silos, and that's okay. But like, I see you over there.
Right. I see you. I even if it's like 2 seconds, like, let's just have a hug, or I'll talk to you while you're in the shower later for 5 minutes before I'm going to pass out. It's like you have to work really hard to, when you're feeling semi-human, to connect. That's an expected, unexpected hard part.
It is. And the adult part, it's really when you're with the kids and stuff, it's not your partner, but friends. That's why it's so nice to find to be with friends that have kids at like the exact same age. Yes. Because even just like 6 months or a year difference when they're little toddlers like this, like my little girl, she's a chatterbox, like chatter, chatter, chatter. I don't know where she gets it from.
And who does she get it from?
If you're with other people who their child might be a year younger or whatever, it's like only my child's constantly interrupting. And it's more like the empath brain is way more overstimulated because I'm the only one that can't finish a sentence, or kid is interrupting someone else. Whereas like when we were together, it was like, oh, all bets are off. It's your kid. It's my kid. It's your kid again. It's my kid again. Like, who cares?
It's so much less exhausting and overstimulating. But like on the flip side of that, when they're not connecting, or like maybe unexpected hard part, like you could be really connected to the parents, but maybe like the kids don't vibe.
Ugh.
And that is so exhausting. It's so exhausting. Or like when your kid acts differently in front of other people, and you have to control every urge, like not to justify and just like accept and support them. It's really, really, really hard. That's like kind of a big picture idea. We should probably save it, but like we should park it, but teaser or breadcrumb, if you will, like the internal management of your own feelings when your kid is experiencing something.
Yeah, I think it's a real big ego reflection moment, and that's the part that really, when I do break sometimes in those situations, that I beat myself up, because I'm like, you were breaking because of your shit, not because of that. Like, you wanted them to show up the best way, because like they are so amazing, and they're amazing when they're having a hard time too, but like you want like their amazing self to be like showcased because they're so freaking great. And then when they're when they don't show that, you're almost like, what are you doing, bro?
Like, who are you? Come back.
Yeah, like come back. Like, come on. Like,
and it's like
why?
Oh, it is so hard. And I find that it happens with the same people.
Yep.
So when it happens with the same people, then it's like you find yourself just justifying more and more, and it's like, no,
it feels so icky.
It feels so icky, but it's an unexpected hard part that we are vulnerable in saying. And I know as they get older, like it shifts and it's different in so many ways, but it's really, really hard. It is. Just love and accept them, because they hear it. Like they hear your narration to another person in that moment. It's just, we could spend a whole episode talking about that.
And we will, because I think it's important, because you either are listening to this and you have no idea what the F we're talking about, or you're listening, you're like, oh my God, yes. Then there's no in between.
Right. And exactly. Okay, before we land this plane, because we have to, because I need to go in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Joy ticket of the week.
Joy ticket of the week. Well, I would say Harry Styles, but like we already went there. Like, obviously it's Harry. So I'm actually going to talk about what mine was last week that I forgot.
Perfect.
I ordered from Amy Poehler's most recent podcast. I think it was most recent. She had Mary Ellen. What is her last name?
I don't remember. I didn't listen.
She was, I believe, she was like the beginning person that she talks to.
Oh, yeah. Like, well behind their back.
Yeah. I think it was the beginning person. I'm blanking. But regardless, she came out with a book called The Art of the SNL Portrait. She's the official SNL photographer.
So cool.
It's a massive, like, beautiful coffee table books of all the SNL, like, not all of them, but like highlights a bunch of the SNL portraits.
It's perfect for you.
Oh my God. It is such a joy ticket. It is so much fun. I've been like scrolling through it. It's massive. The photos are beautiful and so joyful. And it's literally a work of art. I'm obsessed with it. And yeah, that was my joy ticket of the week.
And in your hand, like there's something to be said about it coming out of the phone. And it's just like tangible, it's concrete, it's in your, like you can flip it, you could see it. Oh, that's beautiful.
It was curated, right? Just like kind of like an album. Like it was curated. Forge. They put these photos in this order for a reason. So yeah.
Love that.
Really, really love it.
Such joy. You should link it.
I will. I'll link it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Mary Ellen Matthews, I think.
Link it.
On. Yeah.
That'll be a part of the photo from our title.
Yes, I love it.
Our cover album.
Yay.
Okay.
Yours?
My joy ticket. Sharing loaves.
Bread loaves?
Bread loaves. So I've been making bread for myself and our family, but I made a loaf for a new friend. I dropped it at her house.
Oh my God.
And it made them so happy. And they had it for the whole weekend. And I want to keep doing that.
You should. Wait, we need to get you. I'll make them on Canva. We need to get you like little
stickers?
Tags. No, like little tags that you can like tie with like string around the loaf.
I have like a little sticker that it says like homemade with love.
Does it have your name
I like
on it?
that idea. No.
But do you put it in like a bread bag?
I do. I have like a big bread bag and it I want to make you a loaf, but I need to see you.
Well, you might see me. Then I'll carry the loaf while we go running.
Yeah.
And I can throw like a football to Harry when I see him.
Yes.
Okay. Made with love.
Perfect.
I
need yeah. I need to think of a good pun for this.
Okay. I love it.
So anyway, that's been my joy ticket because it's been really nice to just make, but also it's like an extra joy boost to then give it to somebody else and feel like, I don't know, it's just a really nice like through line of connection and just like giving back.
I love that so much. Oh, that's perfect. Yay. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to eat one of the loaves. What kind of loaf was it?
It was an artisan loaf.
An artisan, not a focaccia, not a sourdough.
Not a focaccia, but I'll make you a focaccia.
I like artisan. Let me get a load of this artisan.
You want a loaf?
Let me get a load of the artisan. I don't know.
The classic loaf. Actually, this is also a joy ticket, but the green beautiful notebook that you got me for my birthday, that's become my recipe notebook. So I like jot down really good recipes and maybe one day it'll become a little joy ticket cookbook.
Wow. Manifest. I love it. I can see your handwriting in it right now. Perfect. Okay, you all know where to find us at the MTake Podcast on Instagram, on YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Every Tuesday, you can now watch our full episodes live on YouTube. I still have to get last week's up because
they're fun to watch.
Editing hasn't been fun, but anyway. But yeah, that's it. Love you so much.
Love you so much. And comment in our little boxes that we put up.
Yeah, comment in our little boxes that we put up. Yes, let us know what your unexpected hard parts are. We're going to make this a series, I think.
I love it.
What do you think? Okay, great.
Love it. And also
we won't
things my mom
spend the first
says.
30 minutes talking about Harry.
Or maybe we will. Maybe we will. Because we'll talk about how we're going to see him in Central Park.
Or how we did see him.
Correct.
All right, my dear.
Love you
so much.
Too.
Bye.